Once upon a time, in a mythical parish, Father John, who was the pastor there for 10 years, decided to retire. And Father Mark took his place. Father Mark is getting out of his car on his first day with boxes in hand, and two groups of people immediately rush him. And they start arguing in front of him. Father Mark was thinking to himself, my first day and a hornet's nest is in my face. Okay. So he said, you know what, folks, I'm unpacking. Can this wait until tomorrow? And so they did. Next day, these two groups get together in the rectory, in the office, and they started having a shouting match. Father, I went to church here all my life. It's a disgrace. The things people wear, they're not quiet in church. They don't pray. You need to do something. You need to tell them that they need to have respect for God. The other group. Father, I've been going to church here all my life. All I see is people praying. All I see is people wanting to do novenas. All I see is people wanting more Latin. But nobody helps the poor. Nobody helps the homeless. All they want to do is pray. Prayer is fine, but if we don't do anything with it, and the argument just went back and forth. They were screaming at each other. And at the end of the meeting, Father Mark finally got them out of the rectory. Sweat's pouring out his face. And he goes into the office, and in the office is, a teenage girl who was answering the phones. She heard everything. She said to him, Father, I really don't understand those two groups. My grandfather taught me something very simple. He just taught me to love God and love neighbor. Why were they fighting? And the priest stopped, looked at her with wise eyes, and says, you know what? That's going to be my homily next week. With that story, it did not happen, by the way, but from my experience, it easily could. My classmate in Monroeville, he's getting out of the car. Father, the school roof is leaking. We need a new roof. He didn't even get out of the car. We hear today twice what the greatest commandment is. You shall love the Lord your God with all your mind, with all your soul, with all your strength, with all your being. The Jewish people are required to say that prayer at least twice a day. And this is where I get to put my Hebrew into practice. They pray, Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha, B'chol lava v'vakha, uve'kol nafsheka, ukol mehodecha. Why do they pray it? They have to remind themselves that God is their God. When they say, "Hear, O Israel," it's not just listen to what I'm about to say. Hear, the word that they use here for hearing is absorb it. Let it become part of you. Let you become part of it. Let it be indistinguishable. Take it to heart. Listen, O Israel. The Lord our God is Lord alone. Now, for you and I, we may say that, but do we live it? How many times have we sung, "Jesus, my Lord, my God, my all"? And in reality, Jesus isn't our Lord, our God. When we put physical comforts, when we put personal agendas, when we fight, when we do not have Christian love, is the Lord your God and your all? Are you following that first commandment? You shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your mind, with all your soul, with all your being. Shamefully, I have to say at times, I do not. I like my creature comforts. I like, watching football instead of going to church. And I do, by the way. I get angry at some of my priest brethren who do wacky things. They're not God, but yet I'm making them the center of my life. And I get emotional. Do I love my neighbor? No. For a meditation, ask yourself, do I truly love God with all that I am? Do I allow God to be part of me? Do I want to be part of God? If so, pray the Shema. Live the Shema. I'll close with this notion. There's a painting of Divine Mercy. Jesus is knocking at the door. And if you look at the door, there is no handle. In order to let Jesus in, you have to open from the inside. Picture yourself behind that door. There's 4 walls at least. No windows, just a door. If you don't allow the Lord into your life, you're going to be totally alone. But if you open the door, you welcome him. And if you welcome him, you welcome his people. Love the Lord, not just incidentally, not just periodically, but love the Lord every second of your life with all your heart, with all your mind, with all your soul, with all your strength, with all your being.